What is up, guys? Welcome back to Call Me Old Fashioned, where we talk everything bourbon, whiskey, and of course, old fashions. Feeling it today, boys. Feeling it today. We got a little fight night going on. It's not even nighttime, so I don't get why they call it fight night anymore. It's like fight morning, you know. But we have some UFC fights going on. I'm a little late to the party. I overslept, but yes, we're gonna kind of hang out, drink some bourbon, watch some fights, have a good time. Welcome to the stream. If you're just new, tuning in, make sure you hit the subscribe button, do all that jazz. Man, it's blaring music out there. But let me know what you guys are drinking on, if you're drinking. Maybe it's coffee. I got coffee right now. Need a little wake me up, you know? For fights, I have no idea who's on. I saw somebody get knocked out, and I was like, I'm obviously late to the party. So let's check the chat, and then I'll find some bourbon to drink. Mark Duffy in the chat says, ahoy! That's how you make an entrance. Clipsy says, yes, sir, first like. Appreciate it, bro. And then he says, yo, with a heart. Mark Duffy says, go Panthers. Mark Duffy says, cheers, call me old fashioned. Cheers, buddies. Welcome to the stream. I gotta find out who's fighting right now. I can't have the volume on because it'll play on here. I'm trying to get it to a 1. There it goes. Oh, I'm on dual screens right now, boys. We're getting sophisticated. UFC fight card. I just need the fight card, boys. Yeah, I know you're live. I don't care. I just want the fight card. It's always like a hassle to get anything, you know? Events, maybe? Yes, I know. Show me the fight card. What's happening? What's happening here? We're falling apart. UFC fight card. Fight night. I was just on this. Maybe ESPN will have it? Okay. Let me just drag this one back over to my main computer here. All right. Damn, bro. All right, prelims. Decision, submission, decision. That was boring. Johnny Walker versus Vulcan. KO for Vulcan. Now we're on to Kelvin and Daniel Rodriguez. Kelvin is 18-9. Daniel 17-4. Ooh. We're kind of like... Wait. No, we're not. Bro, which fight is happening right now? Okay, actually, we're on... I have no clue. I'm not even gonna attempt it at this point. We're just gonna let that go, and we'll figure out the next fight when it comes up. Mark says, Olgrad at 114. Summer Shandy in the pool. Oh, a little pool day. It's nice out. Well, it was nice out earlier. Now it's starting to look like it's about to rain. So that's Florida for you. Mr. Skull says, Eminem or Dre? Bro, Eminem. Come on. You got to expect that, right? Eminem was like the soundtrack of my childhood. 8 Mile soundtrack. That was the shit back then. Let's see. Let's get this one going. Mark says, hot and sunny in North Carolina. I don't think I've ever been to North Carolina when it's hot. It's always like fall to winter. Mr. Skull says, for sure. Yeah, I mean, come on. Eminem's one of the GOATs. We got red-haired Khabib versus Tricoli. Let me see if I click the sound, will it play on that thing? Can you guys hear that fight? Oh shit. Oh shit, what'd I do? Mark says all the heat, way less humidity. Yeah, I mean, I imagine. Anybody that's in the chat, can you hear the UFC announcers right now? Anybody that's in the chat, can you hear the UFC can't hear it. Can't hear it. I'm loud as hell, though. Mark says, can't hear him. Perfect. I can't, if you guys hear it, I'll get copyrighted and probably a little YouTube strike, so I can't do that. But I did want to be able to at least hear if they go, ah, and then I can know that somebody just got knocked out. But are you guys watching the fights? You got a lot of people yesterday in the late night stream wanted me to stream these. I don't see them in here yet, but I did also tell them I'd be live at like noon, and it's almost 4, so that's on me. What am I doing? Unfortunately, the Conor McGregor fight's been canceled, or we would go all out for that face paint all, you know, little Irish flag behind us. We change the colors to like a green and orange or something, we go all out. Mark says, can't do too many late night streams. I make sure I catch what I can when you're on. I appreciate it. But trust me, I totally understand. Some of the late night streams get me. Like last night, I was tired. But it's Friday. I made sure to at least do a stream. We didn't do a normal stream, but I did a stream. The Panthers lost, and it kind of took all my energy. But with the new schedule for the wife going back to work, and me having to get up like super early and hang out with the kid and stuff like that, it's tiring. Mark did some of that gross proper 12 for a pour too. Hey, when McGregor's fighting, the proper 12 tastes a little bit better, you know? A little extra perk. It's all part of the experience. You know, you don't drink proper 12 by itself on a random Tuesday. But McGregor's fighting, drink a little proper 12, a little Irish accent going on with a buzz. It's a good time. OB says, hello from England. Welcome. What time is it over there? Mark says, rooting for the Panthers in Game 7. I want the Panthers to win, obviously, but man, it's not looking good. What's crazy is how, it's not even like the Oilers are playing so good, it's the Panthers are playing so bad. It's definitely a weird vibe with the hockey stuff right now. I can't believe it. If we lose, we had a 3-0 lead. Like, how you couldn't get one? Not one? The only like upside right now of Game 7 is we get to play it at home. It's 20:49 there. What's 20? 18. 8 o'clock? 8:49? Is that right? I don't fucking know. Snoop Dogg or Drake? Ah, fuck. I mean, I like some of Drake's songs, I guess, but I probably have to say Snoop Dogg. I don't really care to like for either one of them too much, but like Snoop Dogg is like he had a bunch of good songs for my childhood, so we'll go there. Mark Duffy says 8:49 for the math challenge. I got it right then. It just took me a second. I just woke up, boys. Woke up like an hour and a half ago, 2 hours ago. Had a little breakfast, a little brekkie, and then yeah, now we're here, watching fights, drinking bourbon on a Saturday. Best of their own generations, yeah. Drake's good, but I don't know. Drake definitely had some big songs like when we turned 21, and like a lot of those songs were popping off at that time. Oh, big shot, big shot, big shot. But red hair Khabib just kicked the crap out of him. Just so you guys know, Mr. Beast all day, bro. Mr. Skull says Mr. Beast or Face Rug. It's Mr. Beast. I don't watch a lot of YouTube, but I do watch all Mr. Beast videos, so. And they're entertaining. Nobody's doing it like him right now. What I am drinking on though for the first pour, first kind of sipper, it's nice, little easy family friendly drink here, little Jim Beam Black 7-year age. Probably the best budget bourbon you can possibly buy right now. So, very good stuff there. Not, some other people may like other stuff. I personally like all the flavors in this. And it's also super easy to drink. It's not like a ton of proof on it. It doesn't drink like a 90 proofer, probably drinks like an 85er, but it has tons of flavor, so it kind of makes up. But kind of start out, first pour, I think this is a good choice. Ooh. Oh, that was a weird kind of almost takedown. Mark says, yeah, 7 years, a tasty bottle for 20 bucks. What's the minimum aging for bourbon? I mean, it depends on like which bourbon. If you're talking about just any bourbon, I think it's 2 years. But like for a Kentucky straight bourbon, it's like 3, bottled and bond is 4. So like, if you would ask me like 5 to 10 years ago, the answer is totally different nowadays, because now a bunch of different states are making bourbon, they're rapid aging it. Holy shit. Red hair Khabib's about to choke this dude out. Yeah, straight is 2 years, bottled and bond's 4. But the more years on it, the better it is. That's always the case. Like this 7-year, it's probably my favorite budget one. But then for ryes, the rye that I like the most is this Bullet 12-year. I like it mainly because the extra years on this one gave it some extra juice on it. And it just makes it really good. Tuxio says, I like them young. I'd expect nothing less, my boy. Mark says, not always the case with more years. I mean, sure, not always, but in my experience, I typically like the ones with the longer age statement. But I don't buy a lot of like super aged stuff either. Obehave says, would you put a dash of water in bourbon like you would scotch? You can. It just depends on, like, maybe not this one, but like if you have like a higher proof one or something that you feel is like a little weird, put a drop in water and it's going to open it up and it's going to change the taste of it. So it's fun to experiment with stuff like that, but I don't do it often. I only do it if it's like the review. I'm trying to like really review it, and if I do or don't like it, sometimes I'll just do it just to see. I don't like when fighters, you're in the middle of a fight, you're going on the final round, you guys hug before the round starts. Don't fucking hug. You're about to punch each other. Kyle says, I'm getting off work in 5 minutes. Catch you then. Well, Kyle, we'll see you in 5 minutes. Have a good rest of your 5-minute shift. Mark says, bourbon can be any age, but younger than 4 years require the age to be disclosed. T says, hell yeah, brother. I got drinking problems also. Just spent my baby's formula money on a fifth. Well, that's a little much. But maybe if they breastfeed, my kid breastfeeds now, so like I ain't gonna buy formula. Who dat in the chat says, what's your favorite bourbon whiskey? Woodford's Double Oak is my favorite. It's not everybody's favorite because it is a lower proof, but that's the one I would like to have all times. Mark W says, what up, fancy feline? Cat also said, bourbons. I mean bourbons. Ooh, big elbow to the face. This little redhead Khabib over here can throw down. Texas said, breastfeeding gang. I mean, it's all fun until your freezer is all full and you can't put food into it, besides the milk that's in there. Crazy. Are you guys watching the fights or no? It's not like a big card or nothing like that. It's just like fight night. So, it's like nobody's. But the main event is Whittaker. So, he's always a fun fight to watch. Oh, redhead Khabib's putting him down right here. Ready? Stop. Oh. Out. Redhead Khabib over here, bro, just annihilated that dude. Holy shit. Bro, the guy I think he was like kind of out. He got dazed and dropped his hands and just fucking ate him. It looks like Ed Sheeran and Khabib had a baby. That's what that fighter looks like, by the way. Just picture that. Texas says, you need to get rid of some milk. Are you offering any deals? Currently 2 for 1. No. We don't do deals. We do 250 an ounce. DM me. I'm kidding. Kinda. Ow, damn, bro. That last fucking left hook, bro, just doop. Why are Russians so good at fighting in the UFC? It's crazy. $2.50 an ounce? Jeez, that better be great milk. Hey, it's A1. Straight from the tip. Just prenatals being taken, vitamins in. We're rocking. Because if they lose, they'll get executed, bro. Probably. Like, they fight like they're about to die. Tuxedo, some people actually sell their breast milk to like bodybuilders for like their pre-workout or protein shakes or something like that. It's crazy. Mark says, wait, that's North Korea. Let's see if I can pull it up on here. Right, it was undefeated. Tuxedo said that's weird. Buy Hungarian breast milk 5 times protein on sale now. Jesus. Tuxedo said, oh, Mark, that took me a minute, but I got it. How are you? I got milk nibbles. Greg, can you milk me? When they do the interviews and they have to translate, it kind of takes away from it. I think whoever's doing the interview needs to be vast, like they know all the languages. Cat, don't let him lie. He's at the pool right now, just catching some sun, probably on like a little floaty, just floating with a little bourbon. I gotta figure out how to live stream from the pool. That'd be cool. Crazy, crazy. Are you guys where Makata, that's who it was. Makata was supposed to be in the chat. Bottle in a cooler, little umbrella. That's how you do it up on a Saturday. Mark's just chilling in the pool with his water wingies. Could you imagine? Tuxedo Cat apparently lives in one of those condominiums. Or communities? Oh, my bad. I gotta figure out how to be able to make the chat bigger. I can barely read it. Tuxedos, I'm in my birthday suit taking a stroll. Hey. My man lives down there in the villages. Riding around his golf cart with a little loof on the back. Water wings and bourbon, match made in heaven. I mean, you gotta put water wingies on the arm plus the feet so you float, and then you can just put the Glen in your belly button. Bro, I'm knocking everything over down here. Tuxedo said, no. No golf cart. All right, whatever. Get a little road rash on the nuts if they hang too low, you know? Mark says, have you seen the Vice documentary on the Villages? I've seen parts. I haven't seen, like, I didn't watch the whole thing, but I watched a couple clips that were, like, on YouTube and TikTok in the reels. Exceptional. Yeah, he says, been gay and STDs galore around the Villages. I'm sure. I mean, also, but think about, like, we're worried about it now. But if we were 80 years old, we wouldn't worry about that shit. We're already halfway up the door. Bro, they're not getting any action. What's a little burn gonna do, you know? They haven't felt a twitch down there in forever. Kelvin Gastelum. You know what I could go for? Like a whiskey sour or a whiskey lemonade. I just don't think I have either one of that stuff to make any of that. Kelvin is from North Carolina, Mark. That's who you can root for then. He's the favored. They just said it has fight of the night potential. Daniel Rodriguez, it looks like he gets a new tattoo every time he gets into the ring. When they try to hype these fighters up and they go, best fighter of his generation. I go, but he's on fight night. You know what I mean? It's on the free card. If you were somebody still, you'd be on the main cards, the pay-per-views. Just saying. Penelope? Are you trying to say Penelope? Well. Yeah, I know, right? Mark's like, a bit early to be drunk, Tuxedo. It is a little, I mean, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, but a little too early to be not being able to spell a word. What? No is nut? I think he's losing one of his 9 lives right now is what's happening. High Top Sports Recruiting says, sup? What's going on, bud? Welcome back. It's been a while for you, I know. We're watching a little UFC fights right now, a little fight night. They keep calling it fight night, but it's not really fight night. It's like fight morning to afternoon-ish. Like if the fights are going to be over by like 5, 6 o'clock, like that's not fight night. That's fight before dinner. Editing some videos. You got a bunch of recruits coming in. A bunch of stuff we need to be watching. Where's the fight? In Saudi Arabia is where the fight is at, but it's on ESPN Plus for free if you have ESPN Plus, I guess. But it's like a bunch of nobodies. Nobody like special. Whittaker's the main fight. So that's the main reason I'm even watching. Dinner is 4 p.m. in the villages. Yeah. And then they have dessert closer to 8 p.m. You know what I mean? Tuxedo says the Phillies are hitting the Diamondbacks. What, bro? I'm gonna copy and paste this and send it to them because you just jinxed them. You don't talk about a no-no. He's like, did a film breakdown of the UF tight end pickup from yesterday. That was a cool pickup I saw. I was live for that one. I watched everybody freak out. Baby High Top and his little spacesuit. That was kind of cool. It's always crazy, like people flood in for those videos, bro, and they go nuts. I was eating dinner, just like snacking, watching it. It was fun. He says, I can move into the villages now. LOL. I feel 80. I never related to something more in my life. I could go for a good retirement right about now. Tuxedo says, is it okay? Or it's okay. It's only the top of the first anyways. Oh, bro, come on. Mr. Skull says, Captain America or Iron Man? Iron Man all day, every day. Yeah. Tuxedo agrees with me, says Iron Man all the way, Captain America blows. Mark Duffy says FSU versus UF. What? Mark likes being in 5th place is what it sounds like. Mark, I could tell you a funny story. You won't like it, but it's a funny story. So me and my buddy, for his birthday, we went to Vegas, and we had a layover in North Carolina. And you know where FSU played their bowl game? And it was also, when we were at the airport, it was announced that FSU didn't make the playoffs. And all there is FSU fans in this airport. My buddy had a couple too many old fashions. Started screaming Roll Tide like every 10 seconds. Everybody getting pissed off. It was so funny. That was like the anthem of the trip was Roll Tide. Neither one of us are Bama fans. What am I sipping on? This is a little budget bottle. It's a little Jim Beam 7-year age. Jim Beam Black. But it's 7-year age. It's like $18 at Total Wine. It's really good. It's low proof though. Mark says, not a gay tour fan here. Mr. Skull says, Black Panther or the new Black Panther? I don't know. I guess the first one. It's the only one I've seen. I don't really care for the Black Panther stuff. Big Dog says, True Whitey. I guess. Mark Duffy says, that selection process has always been bullshit. Yeah, you guys did get robbed, but if you had your quarterback, you probably would have. It wouldn't even have been a question. If you got kicked out with that quarterback, there would have been some weird shit, but you still got robbed. But because he's a Gator fan, he was enjoying every second of it, you know? High Top Sports Recruiting, great question. He says, do you like the bigger name bottles to the micro batch stuff better? No, I don't think so. It depends on like what you would categorize like the bigger name bottles. Like some of my favorite stuff is Redwood, Redwood Empire. All this stuff is Redwood Empire. And I consider them smaller, right? They're not the biggest name, but they're not like tiny. Same thing with Still Austin. Still Austin is one of my favorites now. I got to get into their bottles more a little bit, but they're really good. But they're also newer. But Big Doug says, of course you don't. I don't care for Black Panther. LOL. Why? I'm guessing because you love Captain America? No, I don't love Captain America. I like Iron Man. But I never read any of the Black Panther comics. I did read Iron Man comics. So. But I'm also more of a DC. He's like, shut up, white boy. Hey. Tell me what to do. But no, I'm more of like, I like the Flash, Batman, Superman, all of them. Mark Duffy says they need a true playoff format. I agree. I feel like if they added more teams in anyway, it would be a lot more fun to watch. Maybe like a March Madness style thing. But what do I know? Mark says, I like good whiskey no matter who makes it. I'll try anything. I agree. I like to try everything. But when I find like a distillery that I just really like, I go a little crazy and I buy a lot of stuff from them. Kind of like the Redwood stuff. Just because anything they make is just really good. Tuxu says Batman and Iron Man, two the best. I like the Flash over Batman, but they were saying this is fight of the night. They're kind of just dancing around with each other. Ooh, okay, take it back. I'm gonna guess Kelvin's gonna take this one, but Rodriguez got the tattoo. Ooh, nope. Never mind. Don't even talk about Rodriguez. He's eating punches right now. Tuck says, am I a gold digger? My favorites are the rich guys. You might be a gold digger. It's all right though. If that's your type, that's your type. Nobody's judging you here. I need a sugar superhero daddy? Bro. Damn. Bro, they're just kind of like street fighting. They're not really doing any takedowns or nothing like that. They're just straight whopping each other. Mark says, I write down what I really like, but cycle new stuff in and go back for more of when I feel like it. I agree. It's not a bad way. The biggest difference between me and like a lot of other people though is like I'm not only buying bottles that I like, I'm buying bottles that like I'm reviewing as well. So it gets a little excessive on my end. So I don't buy a lot of like backups, but because I don't buy backups, that's why I bought almost one of all the Redwoods, because I can review and try each one of them. And eventually, like when they go, I'll probably like restock the white labels. I probably won't restock the cast strengths just because they're a little pricey. I'd rather spend some money on something else. So High Top Sports, great question. He says, has St. Augustine released any new whiskeys? They have. A lot of people don't really care for the St. Augustine stuff because they don't really consider it like real bourbon or anything, but I do. They obviously have their Florida Straight, which is really good. Alexa, stop listening. Let's see. But they have They came out with another toasted barrel, which is really good. They also have a port finish. I didn't care for the port finish, but if you like a wine finish bourbon, those are probably good. One of their like more expensive, fancier bottles was the cognac finish, which was good, but I'm not spending $200 on a local bottle like that. Tuxedo says, does EH work on the weekends? We need an appearance, or is she slated for a prime time? We kind of in the day slots now. I don't, bro. I mean, she's usually watching, but she's taking a nap right now with the kid. She's kind of loving that she's like not working today and just getting to hang out with him. Because like during the week, she's like working like 8 to 5, and she's not with him as much as she was. So anytime she gets a second, she's just with him. I told her she needs to come on tonight because we're supposed to go live at 8:45, just depending on what time this one ends. High Top's recruiting says, can we get High Top on and you on the blackjack again? I just texted him, but he said he's being a little bitch today, I think. I think he's off drinking, watching documentaries or something. I don't know. Government, stop listening. He's like, I'm sorry, I can't do that. Mark says, I did score my second Blanton's yesterday and an Eagle Rare at my honey hole. If you want me to grab that Screaming Titan, let me know. Still on the shelf. Damn. The wife just told me I need to stop buying bottles because I went a little crazy. So I'm going to probably say no for now. But if it's still there in like 2 weeks, we'll be back. I do want it though. Actually, I'm going to switch bottles. This fight was saying it's fight of the night. It had some good punches, but I don't know about fight of the night. Bro, it just got super bright in here. Mark W says, I gotta stop for a week or so. I feel that. There was like 3 days back to back that I went to like 3 liquor stores a day and just like picked up a few things. And then she came in here and she saw that I had a whole extra bottom shelf, and she's like, have you reviewed all that? And I said, no. She goes, well, stop buying. High Top Recruiting says, I have to ship you a local bottle everyone loves to hear. I'll have to ship you a local bottle everybody loves here. Oh, here loves. I'm all over the place. From a little Indianapolis. I mean, I'm always down for that. Local bottles are good. Just sometimes like local stuff is just a lot more expensive, just because like they are smaller, and I like buying quantity over higher price bottles a lot of the time. So I'd rather have like 3 bottles I can like review and talk about rather than have just like one super expensive one. Now, if they give it to me, like the distillers, like for example, Buffalo Trace sent me that Travelers. Obviously, I already reviewed that, but like it's free. You know, Shady Mile up there sending some free stuff. Perfect. If distillers want some extra reviews, I'll gladly do it if they want to send me it. Ooh! Bro, he like stepped on his foot and then just whopped his ass. They're decent, $29.99 a bottle? That's not a bad price. Bro, it got brighter in here. What happened? Sun came out or something. Mark says, I went to my store almost every day this week. Starting to feel like I need to hide them. So that's Oh, I know. It's time to slow down. Yeah, Albert. Albert says, is this live? It is live. Why would it not be live? YouTube should have a little thing that says live stream. We're just watching the UFC fight night. Even though it's not like nighttime, it's UFC morning, I guess. Whatever. Afternoon. Damn, he's AI. I'm not AI. Are you saying I look good enough to be AI? Appreciate it. I can move. I can change everything. Look, I'll switch cameras. Bam. Want a close up on the glass or my coffee. I can't move it. My phone's propped up. Albert says, is this AI? I can't believe it. Why? Why can't you believe it? Best AI beard I've ever seen. They're updating their stuff so that you can really see the detail in like the grays. I like it like this, but I like being able to for everybody to see the bottles on the shelf, so I kind of keep it on a little widescreen there. Why does he keep saying that? You obviously know it's real. We're having a conversation at this point. Whiskey AI. Mark says that's exactly what AI would do. Yes, I'm fake apparently. Thank you. Maybe I'm AI and I don't even know I'm AI. Albert says, what is happening? I mean, right now on the stream, we're drinking a little bourbon. I'm just finishing up the last little bit of the Jim Beam Black 7-year age, and I'm watching the UFC fight night. A little free on ESPN Plus apparently, and they've been okay fights. This fight's a little weird. Galsum and Rodriguez. Bro, what? Sandy says, I'm confused. Is this 4K AI Gen? Albert says, Mark Duffy says this is AI. What the fuck? Tuxedo, when AI realizes it's about to be exposed, it goes into defense mode. What is bottled and bond mean again? Bottled and bond means it's like a statement on a bottle that basically says this has been aged for at least 4 years. And it has to be 100 proof. It's always 100 proof, always aged 4 years. Albert says, why is everybody saying this is AI? Because they like fucking with people. Sandy says, is this? No, it's not. I'm a real person. Hold up 4 fingers, 3 fingers, 2 fingers, 1 finger. He's like, yeah, it came down kind of weird. Christ in the chat says, LO, people think this is AI. Might not make it. I mean, I'm just going to take it as like they're complimenting the stream that it looks so good that it could be fake. It was like it was prompted. Not always age 4 years, but at least 4 years, yeah. Mark, stop trying to get technical on me. I said the same thing you're saying. Christ, you'll have to save them. There's a delay in the fingers? There could be. Maybe I got weird fucking fingers. Now when I end the stream, I'm gonna be looking at my fucking hands all day. High Top Sports Recruiting says, have you tried anything that is weeded bourbon? Yeah, I love some weeded bourbon. Mark W says bourbon nerd here. I mean, I agree, but I kind of said the same thing. This is a weeded one that's like a little bit hyped up for some people. I like it. What else I have that's weeded? Maybe I shouldn't pull down like one of these. Let's see. I have a Shady Mile one too. That's like a higher weeded one. That's fairly good. The brim of the hat does change colors because it's 3M. The brim of the hat does change colors, boys. That's the hat design. See, kind of a little reflective. There's also a link in the description for these hats. You can save yourself 15% off if you're a dad and you want a little dad gang hat. An AI would promote it, I guess. Let's do a little Bardstown. That sounds good. Quite delicious, if you don't ask me. He did it again. He did it. Kind of said the same thing. We kind of did. I said 4 years. You said 4 years. Liz, this is an AI stream apparently, so be careful. Apparently I'm a robot. Does it change flavor? This? No, but the notes in it are very like vanilla, caramel, and it has like this like a dark chocolate kind of note in it. That's very good. It's also like 126.8 proof, which is 63.4% alcohol. It's AI hat sales. Could you imagine a hat salesman drinking bourbon online going, "You must. Are you checking if I'm AI? Do you want me to have an AI baby on stream?"
We just woke up. We were sleeping for a while.
Yeah. This is my AI son. He's got big. Hey, robot baby. Hey,
Mad because I wasn't on.
hey, robot baby. It won't focus on him. Got too much things on. He's like, this is the most realistic one I've ever seen yet. I mean, appreciate it. I like sweet mash. Sweet mash. I have a triple mash, and I like sweet. I don't even sweet mash. Oh, you're on the mic, kid.
Yeah, I'm not happy that your mommy woke me up.
She woke you up? I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Do you want to? He's pooping. He's pooping.
Let me take him.
You gotta go get a diaper change. Oh, don't. Yeah, you got a stinky butt. You got a stinky butt.
You got a stinky booty. I love you.
Albert says, "Who's the AI lady?" My AI wife.
Say peace out, boys.
I had to. What do you want to call it? Oh, Tux just kicked somebody out. I had to create a code for my AI wife, so we had an AI kid apparently. He's like, he just pulled out John Connor to fool us. To drink with him, you need an Apple Google headset. Bro, wouldn't that be crazy if I had like a 360 stream where you guys could put like an Apple headset on, or like a what are those called? The Kelvin won the fight, by the way. What is it called? Like the Microsoft version of the headsets, where you guys I could put a chair there with a camera in it, look like you guys are drinking with me. That'd be fucking cool. High Top says, one of my favorite beers is weeded based. Well, I'm not a big beer drinker, but I don't know if I've had a weeded beer. That might be interesting to try. Tuxedo said, enough of this. High Top says, Boulevard Weed out of Missouri, non-filtered, is incredible beer. It sounds delicious. I may need to try that. Mark tells you, he's telling you, you're the shit. I mean, I am. Appreciate it. He said, didn't ban me yet, wimp. Oculus, that's what it is. Oh my God, bro. I was dying there for a minute. You saw that? I was struggling to figure out what we were talking about. Is Blue Moon weeded? I don't know. I don't know shit about beer. Like, that is... I'm not like a big beer drinker. Like beer to me is just beer. Like there's different ones obviously, but the only one I ever cared to like research and look into was this caramel cream ale, and I found it on the cruise, the Norwegian cruise on the Encore ship. They had it on draft. So good. That's all I drank almost the whole cruise. Blue Moon is wheat. Didn't know. I don't know shit about beer, so. Ooh, my AI baby's crying out there. Where is Makata? I wish we could tag people in the chat and tell them like they're late. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm a bitch, but I don't really like drinking beer too much. Mainly because I get super like bloated. I just kind of like feel like shit. And I can almost like never get a buzz just drinking beer. Like you can, but like I'd have to drink a bunch, which I don't want to do. I'd rather just have a couple pours, maybe an old fashioned. High Top says, I'm what you call a beer nerd, but hate that that shit blows. IPA probably? I don't know. IPA is terrible, is what he meant. Beer nerd. We can have like a beer night if you want to come on the stream. You just got to tell me what to buy. We can talk about it. He's like, we should, like Discord. Wait. Obviously, Call Me Old Fashioned has the last word. I don't mind if my calls get reversed. I just think that was a bit, yeah, it went on a little long. I just couldn't tell if he was fucking around or not. He never changed his comment to like, haha, just kidding. What's up, boys? So like, maybe he was AI. You know what I mean? Like it was weird. I don't mind that you kicked him. It was also weird that we got like 3-4 people in here at the same time saying the same thing. So it was just kind of like, what the fuck is happening? Where the heck is bonding over whiskey? Bro, some of these OGs, including myself, you know, we'll say, hey, we're gonna pop on. We're gonna do a stream, and a lot of people don't show up, which is totally fine. Like they'll probably be here at the late night one. But Makata was the one that said he wanted an early stream for the fights. Him and his wife were gonna come on, do a little call in. We were gonna gamble together. And yet, he's not here. And I think there's only one fight left. Mark says, I used to drink a ton of beer. Now I just have a few here and there. I probably only have a beer. I don't even know if I have beer at like sporting events. I think my last beer was at a, okay, well, let me rephrase that. I had a barrel-aged stout on the stream once, but last beer was probably at a Marlins game. Mark says, sorry to egg him on, left my house up. No, it was fun for a little bit. I'm rock hard, no homo. Hey, Speets, I can't blame you. Can't blame you. It happens. You know what I mean? You pop on a stream and it looks this good. You see a beard this crispy. You know what I mean? I'm surprised it took you that long to admit it. Shotgun a White Claw? I used to do that a lot. That was like the thing to do during the summer. We'd go on a boat and we'd all have like shotgun races. I used to get like white girl wasted off White Claws, but I stopped drinking White Claw a lot because of, bro, the hangovers I would get from White Claw were disgusting. So I kind of, like if I don't drink White Claw anymore, I would drink a Truly's. Speed said, dude, slam it. I mean, there's like a sip in here. We don't slam drinks here. Unless it's like the late night one and we get a little too zesty, a little spicy in the chat, and then we start slamming some stuff, but I try to be a responsible drinker and drink it slow. But said, dude, they're horrible. Dude, the hangovers, oh God, bro. I feel like my life's ending if I get a hangover from White Claw. Mark says, I bring the chaos everywhere I go. I can believe it. That pool never stood a chance. Mark says, do you drink tranny fluid? If you're talking about Bud Light, no. Yeah, he says, I mean Bud Light. No, I don't drink Bud Light. If I was gonna have like a normal beer, I probably would have either like a Coors or a Busch Light. And I would go, a boosh. You do rogues? I don't even know what rogue is, apparently. I drink it with turkey baser up my ass. Oh, wow. That's one way of drinking it. I don't do that. Rogues are like Zins. I mean, I've had Zins before. They're okay. They're nothing special. Nicotine pouches, yeah. I know what you mean now. I know what Zins are. I'll have like Zins when I'm like on like a longer road trip, when I'm driving a lot, especially if the kid's in the car and I can't do anything else in the car, so. He said word. I have not seen that being said in I don't know how long. Somebody's going word. Word up. Says, dude, love that layout. In the background, your setup is sick. Genuinely. I appreciate it. I put a lot of work into it. We just actually built on the bottom shelf here. So that's a little bit of a newer addition as of recently. But yeah, no, I appreciate it. It's you gotta like where you're hanging out and you work, right? And for me, I work in this office. Obviously I have my own business, so I do my photo editing, video editing. I do these streams in here, so I got to be able to feel comfortable, and I want it to look good. So, Mark says, yeah, Zins are good for long trips. They are. Zins and podcasts all the way. That's how you get through a long road trip. It's like I quit dipping a few years ago, but I will sometimes get a can if I need to drive more than 10 hours straight. It's also like, it gives you something to do. Like, that's bad to say, but like, I'll drive, you could just be staring at the road, get tired. If you're doing something like that, it kind of keeps you a little bit more alert, and that's why I'll do them. Yeah, I mean, I drive back and forth from Florida to North Carolina all the time, and it's like 7.5 if I leave in the middle of the night, like 8 to 9 hours if I leave somewhat during the day, and it's brutal on those drives sometimes. Speed says, I guarantee. Oh, rogues are better than Zins, dude. If I see them, I'll check them out on the next road trip. I usually snort pre-workout on a long drive. Bro, snorting a little like C4, or I don't know if anybody ever had it. I know it got banned, but like Jacked 3D. Back when I was a little bit younger and we'd go to the gym, that's the pre-workout we took. It felt like our face was vibrating. Florida to Texas all the time? Hell no. I've done that drive once. It was like 17 hours. And I like didn't sleep. I slept like 2 hours, went to work on a third shift, got off of work, and then drove 17 hours. By the time I showed up, I was like barely hanging on. High Top said, did you finally get monetized? I did not. YouTube's suppressing my watch hours a little bit here. But that's the only thing I'm waiting on is watch hours. A little method works too. Oh, geez. I don't think I'm going to try that on a drive, but you never know. Mark says, driving back to Fort Myers takes me about 13 hours from North Carolina. Jeez, bro. He says I did it all the time. I would never actually snort pre-workout. I was I just drink it like a normal person. But my face would still feel like it's vibrating off. Mark Duffy said, what the fuck? How many do you need? You need 4,000 watch hours. But not 4,000 watch hours from my shorts. My shorts don't even count. My shorts are the ones that get the most views. I get like, except for the two that I just posted, they're like 15,000 a piece. And they have more than, they got like 4,000 on their own. But it's the long form videos and the live streams that need the watch hours for it to be considered watch hours. But I'm like halfway there, so. Speed says 5,000. No, it's 3,000 to get like super chats and 4,000 to get AdSense. Speed says my hometown is in Florida, but I was stationed in Texas. What part of Florida, Speeds? And you're stationed in Texas, which means you're military. Thank you for your service. He's like, dude, you're killing it. I mean, I've only had the channel since, I don't know, December. And I haven't really done everything I've wanted to do with the channel. But the wife was also like 8 months pregnant when I started the channel. And then we had the kid. So like, there's just been stuff going on where it's kind of stopped me from doing a lot of stuff I wanted to do with the channel. But I make sure we go live every Friday at like 8:45. I've tried to add in some other streams. Once I catch up on like a lot of my business work, I'll be able to do a little bit more of the extra videos, but I just haven't really had time. He says, as I'm some drunk dude on his day off, commenting on YouTube lives. I respect the relentless work. Oh, got it. Hey, you're not alone. That's our entire chat. You should see it. Like if you come back like later, we'll do a live stream at like 8:45 tonight to make up for yesterday. They get a little crazy. Tuxedo Cat usually is the craziest one, but you'd see. Mark says, we just celebrated RJ the Fed getting monetized. Let's get you monetized. Hey, let's get you monetized. Speed says, Central Florida Army. Thank you for your service. I'm in Jacksonville. He's like, aren't we all drunks? Yeah, bro, we are. Bro, you gotta think about it. Like it's 4 o'clock. How long have I been live? An hour? So I started drinking at 3:45 on YouTube on a Saturday. You know what I mean? We're all in the same boat. It just I've trained my tolerance to take a little time first, but it's coming. David says, if you're snorting it, why not just do cocaine? Probably more effective than pre-workout. Well, I mean, pre-workout's cheaper than cocaine, but I mean, I'm not judging. Mark says, born in Clearwater here, grew up in North Fort Myers. Fort Myers is awesome. I mean, I don't know. Obviously, I'm from Miami, and I like that area, but I don't want to live in that area. Like, St. Augustine's cool, but like Jacksonville kind of sucks. Everything's just getting so expensive here now that it's like, that's the whole reason we came here. Speed says, not a huge fan of Jax, but some of y'all are cool as fuck. I live around the border of like St. Augustine and Jacksonville, so I hang out more in St. Augustine, but just kind of depends. High Top says, can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning. Exactly. Couldn't say it better myself. I wasn't trying to drink all day, but I did wake up like an hour before the stream, so I guess you can say I had. Mark says, only weirdos live in Jacksonville? You're right. So he says, Rogue, the pouches are from Jax. Are they? That's weird. Weird that I don't know that. Rickon a Hat says, live from North Wales, UK, drinking an old fashioned, and you popped up on my feed. Cheers. Love that you're drinking an old fashioned. I wish I was, but I don't. I'll probably have one tonight. What kind of bourbon's in your old fashioned, or whiskey for that matter? Speed says, Grooveland. High Top says, I love screwdrivers to get things going on a weekend. Hey, I mean, I don't love vodka, but I'd like to start it with a little mimosa. That's a good way to start. A screwdriver would be good. I like some orange juice, but I don't really care for the vodka part. Is this the main fight right here? What's happening? No. It's just two weird looking white dudes. High Top Sports says, I envy the setup. He's like, I like the white lights better than your previous setup look. Looks clean. I like the white lights. It makes it a lot brighter, and especially when it's like nighttime and I don't have like the windows putting in some light, it definitely makes it a little bit more crispy. I mean, I love the setup, but it definitely costs more than I anticipated to begin with. But it is awesome. I can't complain. Oh, you have some crumpets and tea. What? Mark Duffy says, back when I was doing XI, I would chew on them to gross people out. Never snorted pre-workout. Yeah. Oh, he says he's from Groveland, Florida. Turkey Rye 101. Hey, that's not a bad one there. Little wild turkey. I could go for some rare breed. Maybe I drink some rare breed next. We have we have the best vodka in the world, local. It's unreal, good, no bad aftertaste. I was sent a bottle of vodka from Shady Mile. It's their like Texas vodka, and the wife actually likes it better than Tito's. It's called Hotel Tango, is what High Top Recruiting is calling it. His vodka. Speed says, who agrees that John Jones is the best UFC fighter ever? He's definitely the best in the world. He's not my favorite though. I'm a basic white dude. Like I'm all for McGregor. But John Jones is definitely the best. It just sucks that his career is kind of like a little tainted because all the steroids and shit, cocaine. Because if he stayed active and was like super active the whole time, bro, he'd be nuts. Oh, damn, bro. That was a big ass fucking hit. I love when heavyweights fight though, because you're just waiting for the knockout. High Top Sports Recruiting says Mighty Mouse was my favorite, then McGregor. Mighty Mouse was a solid dude, but they all did that shit? Yeah, I'm sure. He's just the only one that got caught. Yeah, Chael Sonnen. Yeah, bro, he's a fucking gangster. I just more like his shit talking. I didn't care for his fighting style, but I loved his shit talking. McGregor is sick. McGregor's basically done for, bro. His fight got canceled. It was supposed to be on the 29th. I'm pissed. Mark says, I know there were a couple guys from the UK and Wales in here. Any of you been to the new Buffalo Trace in London? That's a great question, Mark. Speed says, Mighty Mouse says, John Jones a flyweight. Yeah, Mighty Mouse was... Damn, bro, they fucking swinging for the... Both of them don't want to go 3 rounds, what it looks like. They're like, fuck this, let's get out of here. David says, did you watch the game yesterday? Oilers are definitely winning Game 7. Yeah, I watched the game. I was fucking pissed. The Oilers are probably going to win Game 7. But the reason why I say that is because the Panthers are beating themselves. The Oilers are doing the exact same thing almost every time they get the puck. They pass it back, go behind the net. They all start driving in. McDavid's the last one in. He kind of plays like the Flash and flies the fuck up there. And the Panthers just kind of watch him do it. Jake Paul is the champ though? Bro, I'm dying. I think Jake Paul is fairly good. Not a UFC shit though, obviously, but I'll be watching Game 7. Obviously, I hope for the Panthers to get their shit together, but I think he said ban him. Bro, I know, right? Tuxedo's not in here anymore. I might have to ban him for saying something like that. But I think the Oilers not playing better. Panthers are just playing so bad that it's disgusting. And the look on their faces at the end of the game yesterday, they look defeated. They look like the Oilers stole their fucking soul. So unless like somebody shows up with like a bag of cocaine and fucking shoves it up their ass, they're not fucking doing shit. Yeah, the new bowling alley in Jack's Beach. Yeah, that does look sick. I haven't gone yet, but it does look cool. High Top says, are you going to do the Bourbon Trail anytime soon? Yes. I just don't know exactly when, right? Because you got to think, like, I want to go towards the winter-ish times. I'll probably do, like a Christmas holiday trip up there. And, but I have a bunch of weddings in October, so I'm thinking maybe November, December. But I definitely want to do that. But I also want to have enough time to do it, right? I don't want to just try to rush through it. Martinez says, who do you have, Mike Tyson or Jake Paul? Well, that fight's been postponed. I don't know when it's coming back, to be honest. I think Mike Tyson's going to win because I don't think, whether if it's staged or not, I don't think Mike Tyson would let himself lose. But I would bet money on Jake Paul. He says, I go there for work. I mean, Jacksonville's okay. Sometimes. I would bet money on Jake Paul because he would probably be the underdog. And I love making like the underdog bets. High Top Sports says, what's on your must-go list? So I want to go to, which isn't even on the Bourbon Trail exactly, but the New Riff Distillery is in Ohio, right over the bridge from Kentucky. So I want to go there. That's on my must-go list. They have a sick bar. They're also like a newer distillery, so I'd like to check that out. Obviously, I want to go to Buffalo Trace just so I can say I can. Where else do I want to go? Probably want to go to Heaven Hill. Bardstown. I kind of want to go to them all. But like, I'd say the New Rift and the Buffalo are probably at the top of the list. Just to go for those experiences. And then I'd like to hit everything else on the way. It's not on the trail either, but one day I do want to go to the Redwood Empire one as well. And potentially even the Still Austin. Those are in two totally different locations, but I think they'd be cool. Louisville. Mark says, New Riff is awesome. Want to go there as well. I was looking for the New Riff 8-year, or is it 8 or 7 year? I can't remember. 8-year bottle that just came out, and they just came out with another like an 8-year rye as well. I think those are both going to be banger bottles, and I want to just go check them out. Mark says Old Forester would be a good trip too. Yeah, Old Forester would be really fun. I mean, there's so many distilleries that you could go to. I don't think you could really find a bad one. Louisville Slugger Museum, it's cool. I actually think I would enjoy that a lot. It's only 2 hours away from you? How far do you live from any of the distilleries? Do you live close to any of them? Bro, this fight's fucking weird. That's the issue with heavyweight fights. They go hard in the first round and then they're tired for the next 2 rounds if they didn't finish it. Ooh. Bro, I would have threw up my lunch for sure. He got kicked so hard in the tummy. I can say tummy too because he's got like a tummy. It's not like abs. Like he felt that through his whole body. But he got hit so many times in the nose, he looks like Rudolph. Bro. These are some big ass dudes in this fucking fight. Bullet is at Bardstown. It's only 2.5 hours away. That'd be cool. I'd like to go to the Bullet one too. That'd be kind of fun. I like a lot of their stuff. But that's, I mean, if I live 2.5 hours away from them, I'd be going. Because that's like a trip to like Orlando for me. Like I would do that anytime. 5 hours in driving a day, get to hang out for the majority of it. Maybe have dinner. Sounds like a good time. So when I hit the Bourbon Trail, then you're gonna have to meet me. You're gonna have to come co-host it, or just drink. This bottle is, bro, it looks like shit because of that fucking window's open. This is a Bardstown Bourbon Company single barrel. It's delicious. This is a 6-year age, 60% corn, 36% rye, 4% malted barley. Definitely one of my favorites. Just has a ton of flavor in it. I have the rye as well, which is like the weirdest bottle known to man apparently because it never goes down. No matter how much I drink it, I feel like the bottle never moves. This is the rye. So. Round 3, final round, boys. Somebody knock each other out. Piffers in the chat says, ooh, bourbon. Wish I had some bourbon. I mean, do you live somewhere there's no liquor stores? Because they got bourbon everywhere. You don't have to get fancy bourbon. You get this cheap bottle right here that I recommend basically every stream at this point. A little Jim Beam Black, 7-year age. 18 bucks a total wine. 20 bucks probably everywhere else, I guess. Really good. It's a good cheap bottle, that's what I'd say. I need to pick up another bottle of Woodford's Double Oak, though. That's the one thing that's missing from my shelves right now. And it is my favorite, too, hence why it's gone. But Kyle says, I'm back. Welcome back, Kyle. Hope you had a good day at work. We're, ooh, Angel's Envy. Angel's Envy is coming out with a Triple Oak. So if I was going anytime soon, I probably would pick up the Angel's Envy Triple Oak at this distillery. Tuxedo says, whatever this emoji is. Sorry for the hour loss. What did I miss? You're not missing anything. The fight's been kind of boring, but we still haven't hit the main event. High Top says, let me know. I'll run the camera. I would need somebody to run the camera, so I'll definitely let you know. If not, even if I have a cameraman, you can come. We can have a couple drinks at the distilleries, and I can show you which bourbons are good and which ones are shit. Piffer says, I have some Jack Daniel's Bonded left. Unsure if that's considered good or not, but I'll pour a glass and hang out. Yeah, I love Jack Daniel's Bonded. I have the Jack Daniel's Triple Mash. That's probably what I'll have now. Oh, where the fuck is it? Oh, right here. I like it. It's not my favorite by any means, but it is good. Do I have a different Jack? Did I just buy another Jack? No, it was gin. JD Bonded is good from Tuxedo Cat. It's, yeah, I also have the Jack Daniel's single barrel proof that is fairly good too. Jack Daniel's, once you get past number 7, they start making some really good stuff. And number 7's good too, don't get me wrong, but it's got one job and one job only, and that's to make a decent mixed drink with some Coca-Cola. Piffers, where are you from? Like, what state are you in? Tux, you said nothing, Kyle. Damn, bro. We did some stuff. He missed that the stream was called AI, and apparently I'm an AI thing, and this is all fake, apparently. I need to get like a lazy boy chair for the stream, so I can like relax and kick my feet up. That's the one thing that this stream's missing, is like a lazy boy, you know? Because this fucking little bar stool seat is taking a toll on the old back here. Bro, that guy's face is busted up. He needs to do something, because he's gonna lose. Pepper says, I live in North Carolina, but I'm from Louisiana. We got a bunch of people in here from North Carolina. Mark's from North Carolina. What part of the North Carolina are you in, Piffers? I go there quite often for weddings. But my brother lives in Asheville, so typically I go around the Asheville area. I don't go to Louisiana though. Every time I go to Louisiana, I get a fucking ticket. Every time. If I drive through it for like the smallest second, I get a ticket. So I avoid Louisiana at all costs. Hendrix in the chat says, hi, welcome to the stream, my boy. Sean, I thought it was Hendrix. God damn it, guys. This guy has 50 names. I can't keep up with him. Bro, how'd you make that emoji? Yeah, for this Jack Daniel Triple Mash, the reason why I like it is it's obviously a blend of 3 different bottled and bond products from their Jack Daniel stuff. So it's obviously 100 proof, but it has like red fruit and berries in it, which is like another note that I really like in my drinks. So that's why I like this one a lot. Pepper says, I'm in Greensville, which is East North Carolina, about an hour of Raleigh, home of Mr. Beast. Yeah, that's funny. I almost moved to Greenville for work one time. I used to work at like this fabrication place, and this company from Greensville came down and they were buying the department I basically worked in. So I had to train all their people, and they offered me a job to move up there. I was a little younger, and I kind of said no, which was kind of dumb because they offered me like a disgusting amount of money. But yeah, I turned it down, and then I stayed here, and now we're on YouTube. But Greensville is a nice area. I drive through quite often. I go up to Hanging Rock State Park a lot for engagement sessions. I'm a photographer, obviously. That's my business, my job, besides YouTube. I do weddings. Piffer, you ever see Mr. Beast just kind of riding around though? Offering you $10,000 because you saw him? High Top Sports Recruiting says, fun fact, my mother designed Maker's Mark Fallen Soldier bottle. That's awesome. Is your mom like a designer or an artist or anything like that? Or she just randomly did one thing? Oh, back in 2014. That's still cool though. Does she have like a bottle that she just keeps as like a souvenir? Bro, that dude is so tall. He's got to be like 7 foot. I think I know why they do the fight nights. It's because they have all the people that don't speak English all on one stream, because it takes so much longer to translate it. No, she works for the Joint Chiefs of Staff. That's fucking cool. I was trying to order a bottle for 4th of July. It was like a military support bottle. But then they told me it wouldn't be delivered until August. And I was like, well, that's stupid. Yeah, it's a purple dip candle wax. That's sick. That's super cool. Tell her I'll take it off her hand if she doesn't want it. She makes the chocolate bourbon balls that are incredible. Bro, tell me about it. Bro, is this guy calling out John Jones? Shut up, bro. You didn't fight that good. He's like, really good for me? Pepper says, not met a few of his co-stars and a crew at some work engagements, but never him specifically. I mean, if you're big time like that, you just have your minions do everything else anyway, I figure, but it's still kind of cool. Like, obviously, like, people would say they want the money. I want to just compete on one of his contests. Like, the money would be a perk, but I think it'd be a lot of fun to like do one of his challenges. Geach? We'll just call him Lord. Lord says, what's your opinion on Cellar Antique? I mean, I'm sure he means Weller Antique, by the way. It depends on how much you really want Weller, you know? If you feel like Weller is very much on your palate and very good, then sure, like, go pick up a bottle, but they're definitely gonna be a little overpriced, in my opinion. So I don't personally pick those up a lot. I have the Special Reserve, and I do like that one, but it was more of a gift, and like it has special sentimental value to me, so that's why. He said Weller, sorry. Yeah, no, I knew what you meant. But I mean, I'm sure that it's good for like a lot of people, you know. But like around here in Florida, you don't get Weller unless you're like chopping off your arm and giving it to them. So if you live in Ohio, then pick it up because it's everywhere there apparently. Mark says, love that triple mash. Sorry for why you were here, but I like it here a lot. North Carolina? Oh, Raleigh is a great town. Was there for a military funeral, 2015. Oh. Piver says they have open auditions all the time. Sean Hendricks, the chief of staff, posts them on LinkedIn all the time. Wait, what? Bro, you're tripping me out with the Sean Hendricks thing because one of the guys in the chat, I keep calling him Sean or Hendricks, so I thought that's who we were talking about for a second. I don't know. I don't want to do an audition. I just want to be pulled on. I don't want to put a lot of work into it, you know? It feels like it would take away from the fun. Mark says a ton of changes since 2015. Wake Forest has absolutely blown up since then. High Top Sports says, have you tried Backbone Bourbon? I have not. We're slowly building our repertoire of things we've tried and things we haven't and things we like. But, I mean, to be honest, I'm kind of basic. I kind of stick in the same realm for a lot of things. Pepper says fair. I mean, it just sounds like I'm being bougie, but I think it'd be cool. But like, I don't know. Depends. Then I feel like it would have to be paid because if I'm auditioning, like it's just like an interview, right? Like how much are we talking? I'd be good for their stream though. I would get buck crazy on it, but I would definitely win. Unless it was like an eating challenge. Like if it's eating weird food challenge, I'd be out. Or bees, fuck that. I don't like bees. High Top Sports says, what's your most surprising and most disappointed? Most disappointed is super easy. Let me pull it for you. High Top, you already know which bottle I'm going for. Most disappointing right here. Whistle Pig, Piggyback, the Alfa Romeo F1 version single barrel of the Whistle Pigs. It's just not good. I just don't like it. It's a rye whiskey with lychee and oolong tea barrel finished. It's just, I don't like it. It's like unsweetened tea with lychee. It just got weird vibes. This is good for somebody if they like all those things, but for me, it's just not, it's not for me. Most surprising is probably Still Austin. And the reason why I say that is Still Austin is newer, right? This is obviously their cask strength bourbon whiskey, 116 proof. But the reason why it's so surprising is look how dark this is, right? Let me show you for a second. This is a 10-year age. This is a 2-year age. This is obviously Texas. This is Kentucky. But the color, and it's not even showing up proper on stream, right? Because this is so much darker than this. And I just think like you got so much more flavor in this younger aged bourbon that I think it would be crazy to see what they can do with an extremely long aged bourbon, right? Like, can you imagine a 10-year bourbon of this? It'd be like straight cough syrup black. You know what I mean? It'd be dark. But I do really like this bottle, so I'd say it is probably my most surprising. High Top says, Whistle Pig changed something, not the same. Yeah, I agree. It's weird. Tuxedo says, hate Whistle Pig with every fiber of my dump. Okay. Clip C says, yo, what's up? Welcome back. We're still live. We got one fight to go, and then we'll be heading off for a little bit. Whistle Pig 15 is the tits. I'm gonna stay away from Whistle Pig for a little while, but maybe one day we'll be back. Mark says my biggest disappointment has to be Pipe Dream. I feel bad because I'm the one that recommended that to you. I really like that bottle though. High Top says my most surprising I've had is Murica, and most disappointing Whistle Pig 10-year. Whistle Pig sounds like it's shit in the bed. Mark says, darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. Hey. It's good. It's good shit. But even when I opened it up, like you could see that I was super surprised. Because I was expecting it to be good. I just didn't expect it to have that much complexity for a 2-year. So, I thought that was cool. It also kind of brought up the question of like, I made a video saying, is Kentucky bourbon dead, right? Because Kentucky bourbon, Kentucky whiskey, it's been like the staple of everything. And now you got these new distillers popping up out of every state in the country, popping out some solid stuff, which ultimately says like how important is saying Kentucky straight bourbon on your bottle anymore. Yes? No, I'm still live. You just said we have to leave. I just said
No,
after this fight.
didn't.
What do you want me to, what? Think I'll give it another shot later. Maybe if you can find somebody with a, maybe you can get somebody to give you a pour of their cask strength. Maybe you'll like that better. Because the cask strength is better, but. Whoa. Tuxedo says, Whistle Pig almost as bad as any Russells. You don't like Russells, Tuxedo? Bro, I love Russells. High Cop Recruiting says, do you like Penelope? I think it's called. Tuxedo Cat has an ungodly amount of Penelope, and I do like the Penelope Architect. It's just but the Architect's really good. It's a vanilla bomb, so it's decent. Pipper says, I have a strong appreciation for the process of making whiskey, but I am also bad at tasting. I always feel like I'm doing something wrong when I drink it. Piffers, if you are somewhat newer and you're not good at pulling the notes out, I'm not saying I'm the best by any means. I'm nowhere near the best. But I did make a video on kind of how I learned how to taste and pull notes from it. It's a video on my page, like not on a live stream, just a normal video on how to taste bourbon. I would check that out because there's different ways to get better. But a lot of people think that they're gonna smell a whiskey and go, I smell 17 different things, which is not the case. You know, if you get 3, you're pretty solid. But I do like, that's the nerd in me. I love the process. I love, like, later tonight I'm gonna be going over. I found some videos of Nancy Fraley, which is the distiller or the master blender of Still Austin. And watching her talk about the blending process was just super interesting to me. So tonight, that's what we're going to talk about for our professional portion of our stream. I'm going to pull up some videos and we're going to watch her talk about some stuff. Hopefully they don't get pissed that I did it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Rift between Camille Fashion Age? No. We're going to a cookout here in between streams. Bonnie Whiskey says, exercise cat and watching Camille Fashion. Got to my go-to combo. Hey. 10 more push-ups. Keep it going. Feel that burn? I could be like P90X, bro. Yeah, Mark Duffy says, Piffers, just enjoy it. Don't worry about it if you're doing it wrong, brother. There is no wrong way of drinking, by the way. At the end of it, there's always the golden pot at the end of the rainbow of getting buzz. He says, ooh, I'll give it a watch. Just subscribe. So far, I got sweet and alcohol. We'll let you know when I figure out more. I think that video may help you. It gives you some tricks, tips, but ultimately it's just practice. That's always what it comes down to. High Top says, might have to try it. Still awesome? Yeah, bro. It didn't pop up on stream though, so I'm disappointed about that. Yeah. Bonnie Rosie says, Fraley also makes Joseph Magnus blend. She makes a lot of stuff. You guys could have gave me a little warning on who she was, because I had no idea, to be honest. I had no idea when she popped in here and started chatting up. You guys could have warned me. Mark Duffy says, I'm going to tell my wife I'm not drinking, just practicing. That's a good way to do it. High Top says, I like vanilla. If you do, you do need to try the Penelope. It's right here on the end, this blue bottle. Penelope Architect. That one tastes like vanilla ice cream, like a melted vanilla ice cream with obviously alcohol, right? But it's very sweet, very vanilla-y. So I keep saying I'm gonna make a White Russian with that thing. And one day I'm gonna do it, but. Mark, by the way, let me know how that goes. Like when you tell him like, hey babe, I'm about to go practice some drinking, be back. Like let me know how that blows over so I can use that later. It says on my way, or wait, O-M-Y. He says, oh my. Sounds like something my wife would like. If your wife likes whiskey, it would be. It is sweeter. It has a little bit of proof to it. I think it's 105, 101, something like that. Piffers, just subscribe to the channel. Welcome to the channel, my guy. Appreciate it. Popped up on screen. And I was just bitching about that. Camille Fashion, or Bonnie says, Camille Fashion, I praised her. What more you need? I don't know. Like a quick bio. This is her stats, so I didn't sound like a freaking idiot. I was like, hey, when you come to town, we can link up, do a little collab. She's like 50 years old. She doesn't want to come on a stream like this. I was like, we're a little too high energy for her. We were getting crazy. Like, bro, people were trying to buy farts in the stream with her in here. So, Mark says, I shall report later. Perfect. He's like, oof, I'm getting heartburn. I mean, maybe. My wife doesn't like whiskey or bourbon. She doesn't like any of the dark liquors, right? It's just not her cup of tea, but she did like the bourbon cream. Teresa says, hey, you. Teresa, I'll see you in a little bit. Mark Duffy says, first lady of whiskey. She likes the bourbon cream. And she likes the, what is it bottle called? The Old Smoky cookie dough whiskey, which is technically whiskey. She liked that too. But that one's like straight melted cookie dough in a glass. And it's like 80 proof. But it'll do some damage to you. And the Old Smoky's cookies and cream liqueur, it's like it looks like fucking milk. But it is good. High Top says, got to go cook dinner. I'll talk at y'all later. See you later, Professor. You have a good rest of your night. I'll see you on the next one. Bonnie Whiskey says she visits her identical twin in Florida. I know. See about meeting her. She lives literally. Her sister lives right down the road from me, which is kind of weird. She's like, "Oh, I live on 210." I was like, "I can see 210." So it was kind of cool. She also did some work for St. Augustine Distillery, which was also pretty cool too. And I'm like, we have so much in common. We should do a live stream, and I can boost my channel up with you here. I was kidding. No, she's not going to come on my stream. I think she's a little bit too much big time for us. Pepper says, I'm usually more of a gin guy. Love botanical stuff. If you like more like earthy and more like citrusy stuff, to be honest, like this Hibiki, this is a Japanese whiskey, which is all like floral and citrusy notes. It doesn't have proof to save its life, but this bottle is also kind of expensive. It's like $100 for that bottle. But it's very good and different than all the other stuff on my shelf. So I like that one a lot. I want to buy like the longer age one that's going to have more proof on it and cash strength, but we ain't got money like that. All right, boys, last fight of the night's on. We got Whittaker versus, I can't even pronounce that guy's last name. Red Shorts guy. That's what we're going to call him. By the way, Piffers, they have a, Teresa just subscribed to the channel. Welcome to the family. But he already knew you were family. Piffers says he likes gin. Now, there is a new riff just came out. I don't know if it just came out, but I just found out about it. A gin that was aged in a bourbon barrel. So it's going to have some juice to it. I want to pick that one up as well for whenever I try a little gin on the stream. But I'm not a big gin guy either, like unless it's Christmas. Bonnie Whiskey says she does seem scary because of her knowledge. Nonetheless, I want to go to SA and watch her work. If you tune into the stream later tonight, you're going to see how much she knows more than everybody else, because she does. Heidi, I think it's Heidi, says finally found a stream that is good. Been scrolling a lot, and the YouTube is filled with people sleeping people, and catfishing Indian women that are ugly as fuck. What the fuck happened to YouTube, man? Bro, you're telling me. I've tried to watch live streams on here and it gets weird. But this, it's not a bad stream, I'd say. Right now we're watching the last fight of the, big fuck. Oh, he's done. He's done. Whittaker's taking him down, bro. Oh. He did like a car. Done. Whittaker knocked him out. He's done. Ref, step the fuck in, bro. Bro, Whittaker just annihilated that dude. I wish I could show you what I'm watching. Obliterated his ass. Good fight. Worth watching. Glad I went live for that. That's awesome. I was saying we were watching some UFC fight night. The fights are now over, apparently. But yeah, we're having a couple small little drinks, a little coffee. Teresa says, bring the polies. Hey, bring that cookie one over. I'll bring it over. The cookie dough one. Teresa trying to drink? Heidi says, I'm 17. Can I drink? No, you cannot drink. It's a weird stream that you kind of found on mine if you're 17. It's good for knowledge, not good for drinking because you're not 21. I don't know where you're at in the world. Maybe they let you drink, but I can't technically promote it to you, so that's kind of weird. He said, uppercut. You watching Tuxedo, bro? That was nasty, bro. He turned into a baby deer, he said. Greg says, where's the tequila? We don't drink tequila here. This is a dark liquor only channel. Unless the wife comes on, then we have a little vodka grilly drink sometimes, but that's not the case. Right now we had this little Jack Daniel triple mash. I mean, we had other things too, but apparently I have to leave, so I'm not allowed to drink anymore. Well, ladies and gentlemen, first off, I want to point out for who Mikado, when he pops in the stream later and rewatches it, didn't show up, didn't tell me the parlays. His wife, Queen Elizabeth, didn't come in and tell me how to win a bunch of money either. So we are upset. Greg just subscribed to the channel. Welcome to the family, but you already knew that. Oh, it's not today?
Yeah, so we're going to go tomorrow.
Teresa's about to cancel the whole stream over. She told me to bring cookie dough stuff.
I thought she makes money. I'm sorry, those are
Oh, wow. Guys, they just told me I was supposed to be leaving here. I guess, yeah, she just said no tomorrow, not today. I was just about to leave and head. You guys are killing me. You guys are killing me. We are going to be live tonight, 8:45. We're going to do our normal professional, quote unquote, stream. We're going to talk about some Still Austin, some Nancy Fraley, Master Blender stuff. She popped in the stream the other day. She said, hey, we look stupid, but now we educate ourselves on who she actually is. So I'm gonna give you guys the quickest rundown I possibly can on her. I'm gonna show you guys some videos that they created, and to be honest, a little dirt on her. She has one serious alcohol collection problem in her house, but we'll point that out later tonight. Mark says, welcome to all the new subscribers. Tuxedo, yeah, you like some margaritas, bud. Tuxedo says, I guess we'll go all the way and do a 15-hour stream. Tuxedo, I mean, I did a 5-hour stream one time, and it was brutal, bro. I can't do stuff like that. Chris says, what does that potion do? I don't know. Makes you fly. It's like Red Bull. It gives you wings. You jump off a house, promise you'll fly. This is just like home. It is my home. A bunch of people just drinking on the air. That's basically what this is, Greg. Piver says, this was fun. I'll pop back in if I remember. Well, if you subscribe and turn that little bell on, it will notify you when we go live, but it will be right around 8:45. So we'll see you later tonight if you come back. Dude in India, a rich kid killed. Okay, well, I'm not going to read all that. He's like, I'm an Indian buddy. Oh, he's in India, buddy. That's crazy. The stream reached all the way to India. I don't know the drinking laws there either, though, so I don't know if you can or not, but it's here in America, we don't you gotta wait till 21 to drink. See you all soon. Yeah, I am gonna go ahead and close this stream down though. I'm gonna go eat some food, and then I'm gonna get everything prepared for the stream tonight, so that way we can actually be professional. But then we'll turn it into a hangout stream. It is gonna be on the more the wider version, so that way everybody kind of knows what's coming. But we appreciate y'all popping in. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to turn the bell on. And I will see you boys later tonight.